Hi everyone, this is Dr. Michele Alignay, your family psychologist. Welcome to Coffee Break with Dr. Michele. I'm going to have conversations with you about family life, relationships, and faith, and I hope you join our conversations here at this YouTube channel.
Good morning, friends. Welcome to Coffee Break. It's another Tuesday morning. This is Dr. Michele Alignay. Bumabati sa inyo ng magandang umaga. May we have a fruitful discussion this morning. So, good morning, friends. Good morning sa inyong lahat. I am coming to you live this Tuesday morning and I hope that it will be a very fruitful day as we talk about a topic na napili ko kasi kailangan nating lahat. Dahil ako mismo, kung maririnig nyo, iba yung boses ko ngayong umaga. I am meron akong cold. So, good morning, Sister Hannah and Raji. Good morning sa inyong lahat. I hope that you can join me for the next few minutes episode of Coffee Break. So, get your coffee or get your tea. I'm not feeling well today. I'll be very honest, I'm not feeling well. I'm running on, I think nakuha ko na ang virus. But I got really bad colds to the point that it's yung colds na parang yung katawan ko parang gusto na munang humiga. Pero naisip ko, so bakit ko titigil ko ba yung coffee break or itutuloy ko? So yan yung naisip ko, itutuloy ko ba yung coffee break? But why not just talk about our well-being? So yan yung pag-uusapan natin ngayong umaga. So our topic, it's on well-being. Oh, Rochelle, this is a nice greeting. Love reading your books. I ordered it. Glad it was delivered here in Bulacan. Yes, they deliver. If not ebooks, they deliver elsewhere. So good morning, everyone. Please join me as we go on our topic. Our topic for this morning, it's called mind-body connection. Yan, napaka-relevant sa ating lahat. Anong ibig sabihin natin ng mind-body connection? So, how do we dissect this topic, mind-body connection? For the past years, I have been practicing natural healing, meaning I only take medicines when nature doesn't offer anything anymore that will offer healing or I need it. But in reality, I have been doing proper eating and exercise, and then I believe it's we really have been called to check and to listen to our bodies. Yan. So yan yung pag-uusapan natin ngayong umaga. And I hope para lang ako makikipag-really daldalan, I cannot have too many energies because it can be really draining. There's a book that I like to read. It's called Creating Wellbeing. It's quite technical. It's written by Pamela Hayes. She's a psychologist. And in one chapter of her book, she talked about mind-body connection. Nung nabasa ko to, yung mga bagay na pinipick out ko lang in varied information sites, in varied books also, it has proven that, oh yeah, may connection ba yung katawan? May connection ba yung isip sa katawan? Sa tingin nyo, may connection ba? May connection ba yung parang nararamdaman natin sa nagiging sakit natin, sa nagiging pain or disease natin? So yan ang tanong ko sa inyo. Did you ever encounter this scenario wherein you're physically sick but in reality it was brought about a series of emotional struggles, emotional burden, too much stress? And it has been proven by science that stress actually decreases our immune system. Kaya nga diba, while we are at the pandemic, parang we are encouraged to increase our immunity because it can be a very stressful time. So thank God this is the only time that I felt this way since we started being on lockdown. Take it easy, thank you. And that's why I'm taking it easy this week. Pero I was checking already my schedule the past week. It has been parang inisip mo na sa bahay lang. Pero honestly, it has been a lot. Kasi wala naman tong breaks in between. So, I need to continuously take breaks. So, let me just share with you the points that Dr. Pamela Hayes raised. But I will adapt some of the points there. She said that, she quoted Michael Beckwith that he said, energy flow where our attention goes. Diba yun yung dalas kong tanongin, where is your energy going? And I believe that my energy went to a lot of giving. Nung tiningnan ko po yung schedule ko last week I gave 2 talks. I have 1 recording on top of Coffee Break and Homemade with Rex Bookstore. So technically, I have 6 talks, I have several emails, I have several meetings, one thing after another. And meron pa akong mga bagay na pinag-iisipan, inaayos, inaasikaso, tinatrabaho. So pag inisip mo, nasa bahay lang naman, but how could that be? Parang wala lang. But it's not wala lang because there's already a disconnection. Why? Our body, as said by Pamela Hayes, our body is a significant source of information about our well-being. When our body speaks, do you listen? I would like to ask you, friends, when your body speaks, pag tayo'y may masakit sa atin or meron tayong nararamdaman, do you listen? What do you do when your body starts telling you something? I would like to ask you that. Yan. Please share this to family and friends who might be needing it today. So please tell me, what do you do whenever your body tries to signal you for something? Anong ginagawa nyo when your body tries to speak to you? What do you do? Walang sagot? Friends, nag-iintay ako ng sagot. What do you do when your body starts telling you something? What do you do? Take a break. And what else? Take a break. So, yung halimbawa, masakit yung likod mo. What do you do? Masakit yung balikat. What do you do? Yan. So, masakit yung tiyan. What do you do also? What do you do when you... Do we rest right away? Yang, very good. You said, take a break. Viti, yes, rest when I'm tired. Mia, tulala. Yeah, tama yan. Actually, our body, as I said earlier, our body is a significant source of information about well-being. But stress can create a disconnection. Yes, tama yan. Because when we're too stressed, even our body and our physiology becomes too tight. Nagiging sobrang tight na yan. Tapos diba, when we're so stressed also, our mind gets too cluttered. And if we don't heed it, that cluttered in the head becomes clutter in the heart, the emotions. Yeah, I like it that we're all like-minded here. Maria, you were saying, I check which part it's coming from. Perfect. Why? Because being mindful about it, I'll tell you a bit about mindfulness, but this is a different topic altogether. Mindfulness can help us reconnect and hear the body's message regarding our needs. What does the body need? So when the body tells us something, it means that there is a need. We need to do something about it. So either we sit up, relax, feel your body. I encourage you to sit up right now, friends. I would like to ask you to sit up straight. Sit up straight and try to, this is your shoulders, and try to pull it back. Hindi pa ganon, but pull it back. Try to pull it back. Okay? So this is your shoulders, sit up straight. Can you imagine your spine sitting upright? Kasi alam nyo ang madalas tayo, lalo na ngayon, we're always slouching. But if you try to pull it, kung hihilahin mo to, do you feel any tension at your back or at your shoulders? Do you feel any tension? Do you feel any tension in your body? Sit up, relax, and release your body. Okay. Do you feel any discomfort even at your back and even at your shoulders? Do you feel anything? I would like to ask you, do you feel anything? So straight up your back. Maybe you can take a deep breath like me and then try to stretch your shoulders. Do you feel any tension at the back or at the shoulders? Maria Monica, you said yes, there's a tension. If there's a tension, it means that's not your natural, that's not the way you always sit, meaning you are sitting slouching. That's why there's tension, because it's supposed to be the correct position on how we sit. But when we feel tension, how is your body? If there is pain and discomfort, it means that there is something that is not right there. If there is pain and discomfort, it means that there's something that is not right. So there's pain, there's discomfort and illness, and of course, sometimes, sana hindi, but sometimes there's disease. Yesterday, I took the 21 video of the 21-day challenge of my yoga studio, Urban Ashram. That's available. It's ongoing and it's available in Lazada Live. You try to look for that Urban Ashram's 21-day meditation or positivity challenge, and then it's amazing. And I like it what my friend Maricar Holopainen, the one who conducted the session this Monday, said that when we talk about disease, it's the absence of ease. This ease. So it says ease. Ease meaning madali, maayos. So, when we sit up straight, it's supposed to be easeful. Pero bakit tayo nahihirapan mag-sit up straight? Yan yung natural curve natin. Because the gravity pulls us down and we give into the pull of gravity. So, we need to continuously sit upright. Alam nyo kung paano makokorek yung posture nyo? Sumandal kayo straight in a wall, or if you have a yoga mat or blanket or banig, try to lie flat. In yoga, we call it savasana, like flat without anything. Mararamdaman nyo, kung meron kayong pain in any part of the body, it means that it's not correctly flattening it or straightening it up. But more than that, because there's disease, meaning there's absence of ease. So our sickness, we have to take note of our sickness, may it be big or small. The problem with us is that when we look at sickness, we look at it, or we look at the small pains, minsan sa Tagalog, di ba, hindi natin iniinda. Hindi natin pinapansin, sipon lang yan, ubo lang yan, naku, wala yan, malayo sa bituka yan, mga ganyan. But these little things are actually signals of the body. The worst thing that minsan hindi natin pinapansin, there's pain in the breast, there's pain in the hips, there's pain in the abdomen. Wala yan. Sakit lang ng tiyan, gas lang yan, or minsan it's sa chest pain. So parang wala yan, muscle lang yan na tweak. But you have to listen. You have to really listen. Why? Because it might be telling us that it's something beyond what we think it is. Okay? Trace the events. I would like to invite you, for those of you who got sick, isn't severely or grabe, or you're just simply having flu for the past year. Sana hindi ngayon. Sana we're all free from COVID, okay? So, try to check what happens to you. Try to, and can you remember that moment when you got sick? Or when you got, you're in bed for 3 days. I believe the last time that I got sick is exactly this season last year. So why am I asking you to do that? I would like to ask you to check if you've been sick. If you've been sick. While you're doing that, let me say hi to Kathy Lumansky from Canada, Ira Fernando from Marikina, Tito Efren de Jesus, and Tita Venus de Jesus from Rhode Island, US. Okay, dami nagkakasakit ngayon. Tama, Ara. Marami nagkakasakit ngayon. One is that our weather is already changing. So, nagiging rainy season pero napakainit. So, namiss na kita, girl. Isang taon na yung ating mahiwagang JJ sa Ara Fernando. Kaya pumunta ka na dito soon sa bahay. So, what I mean is, kaya nagkakasakit because of the weather. At yun yung madalas natin sinisisi. Pero friends, tingnan din natin yung events of our lives leading to this. So, last year, exactly this time, nagkasakit ako. So, ngayon, I would like you to remember the way I am telling it. The way that I am telling you this is that I would like you to think of a sickness that you had also. Last year, I think nagkasakit ako ng mga 3 to 4 days. I think I had tonsillitis. I had tonsillitis last year. But the thing is that tonsillitis? But I think I also had fever. But leading to that, I am running on all my book launches here and there. So, May book launch, yung adrenaline ko ay napakataas. So, mid-June, I think it was during the time that I'm going. Tapos, between them, meron pa akong talks. And in between them, meron akong workshops. At meron akong bahay, meron akong mga anak. So, last year, I know the events of my life leading to the time that I got sick, bumaba yung immunity ko. 'Di ba? Bumaba yung immunity ko. So I would like you to check yung mga naging major yung sakit. Pwedeng nag-trigger yung weather. Trigger yon. Pero physiologically wise, it means that we are not ready. Kaya ako rin, I always before the onset of like ito, what I have is just severe colds. It's just colds, but I have to check the onset, the 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 days leading to this. Kung ano ba yung ginawa ko, if I'm in and out of the house, kung ano yung mga stress levels ko, mataas ba, at paano ko bumaba yung resistensya para magkasakit. And it's true that it could be stress, but you have to remember that what happens to us emotionally can affect us physiologically. Yung stress na nararamdaman natin, if it's too much for our bodies to handle, or it's too much for our head and our heart to handle, our body absorbs everything. The physiology, hindi yan nagsisinungaling. So, the body, Pamela Hay said, the body is considered to be the unconscious, quote-unquote, part of us that senses and knows things that the conscious mind is unaware of. I'll repeat that. The body, our bodies, it's considered to be the unconscious part of us that senses and knows things that the conscious mind is unaware of. Hindi inaamin ng utak natin, pero yung katawan natin nararamdaman niya. The thing is, whenever we get sick, we just take the pill right away. So we become pill poppers. What is not right with that thought? We failed to listen already, and we failed to pause, to take a break, because we have that mindset, anyway, I'll just take the pill and just continue with what I'm doing. Tuloy-tuloy ko na lang yung gagawin ko anyway, may gamot naman. I don't have anything, there's nothing wrong with that. But the thing is, you forgot to do one step. Because the pill shut down the pain or the discomfort that we're having. So whatever you took, so is it a painkiller? Is it something to address whatever pain that or discomfort you're having? It addresses that. Yes, it addresses the symptom, meaning the pain, but it did not actually point you to the root. Hindi niya tinuro sa atin saan talaga galing. And probably it's stress. Probably it's an emotion na ayaw mong aminin. Probably it's a result of a confrontation that ayaw mong pag-usapan. Probably it's a stress level that you've been having, but you don't have the guts to confront, and you don't have the guts to tell the people around you because jahe or ayaw mo lang. Our bodies often signals us that there's discomfort. So we have to acknowledge that. That's why we need to listen to our bodies. So I'll repeat that. The body is considered to be the unconscious part. Our bodies do not lie, friends. Hindi nagsisinungaling yung katawan natin. Whether you believe that psychology and the psychology and physical body is connected, there is such wonders when we learn to listen to a body, because we've learned to be aware of it, and we've learned how to address it. So kung naniniwala man kayo dun sa mind-body connection in another sense, but in the physiological level, there is a connection. But understanding your body is going beyond fitness. It's going beyond strength. It's going beyond, but what I love about it is that listening to your body, yes, it is fitness, yes, it is strength, but it is actually improving our body image, and it's also the root to health, to physical, even mental and physical health. Do you know that well-being, kasama dyan yung mental and physical health? Under ng mental health is really emotional health. At kasama dyan yung relationship health. So well-being, all-encompassing yan. But sometimes, it's the body that signals us. Etong nakakatawa madalas, pag yung katawan natin nag-signals that we are sick, diba, we really listen to it. Pero minsan, pag yung relasyon natin, yung nag-signal that there's a need, meron akong kailangan or meron concern, di ba hindi natin agad sinusolusyonan? Bakit? Hindi naman tayo sumasakit. Kaya hindi nyo napansin if we have a lot of emotional issues or relational issues that we do not address. You know what's the accompanying result? If we do not address it appropriately, chances are we easily get sick. Chances are our body absorbs it. Chances are our bodies becomes the bearer, yung katawan natin, and we only have one body. Let me just go with you with my own journey to getting to know this mind body connection, and my own journey to understanding my body more, because ever since I was small, I was never a physically, fit girl. I'm a couch potato. Wala akong sports. I've tried volleyball, I've tried badminton, pero hanggang kalye lang. Hindi ako masyadong pinapalabas ng bahay kasi masusugatan ako or baka ako madapa. Basta, hindi ako yon, but I'm the crafty girl, okay? So, hindi kami nasanay na engage into active things. But lo and behold, growing up, pag meron sakit, we are in the generation na nasanay na meron tayong, nakikita ko si, friends here. Sino dito yung ganon? Yung parang hindi lumaki na may sports. But then, I've also grew up na pag meron kang sipon, edi uminom ka ng gamot. Pag masakit ang ulo mo, edi ihigamot, uminom ka ng gamot. There's an equivalent medicine for everything. So, pag pupunta ako dati ng youth camp, pag mag-overnight ako, hanggang sa mag-singles ako, ganoon ako, laging pag may overnight, meron ako nakapack na lahat ng gamot sa hilo, sakit ng ulo, sakit ng tiyan, lahat, kompleto yan. But I have to help myself because I know eventually it started when I have to learn to listen to my body. This came nung bago ako nag-work, when I was working as a full-time guidance counselor. That was my first work stint in a very, very good school. Ayokong mag-a-absent, friends. Ayokong mag-a-absent. And then, minsan, yung sinisinat na ako, hindi ako nag-a-absent. Kasi parang feeling ko, parang kaya ko naman eh. Ayan, kaya ko naman. Of course, tipo isang linggo yung sipon, isang linggo yung ubo, ayaw gumaling, o hindi na lang ililimit ko lang activities ko. Tapos minsan meron na akong sakit, hindi ko pa rin hiniga. I think as young singles, ganun yung tendency, go, go, go. But then later on, when I learned to listen to my body's signal for rest. When I became a mother, when I became a mom to my son Migo, and then I was working full time, and then I had Migo. He's already one or going to, and of course I have to keep my home, I have to manage the house, and then that was also the time that I was doing my master's thesis. I was finishing my master's thesis. I was doing my master's thesis, and then I every month I would visit my ENT. Shout out to my ENT, Dr. Liza Sarenas. Every month I would have severe sinusitis, allergic rhinitis, minsan tonsillitis, minsan pharyngitis, minsan laryngitis, but it's from here to here. Almost every month. And then there was one time, tiningnan lang niya akong ganyan. Sabi niya, ano bang ginagawa mo sa buhay, Iha? Ginanan niya na niya ako, Doktora, ewan ko kung natatandaan mo yon. Sabi niya, hindi ko na alam kung anong gagawin ko pa sa'yo. Kasi nag-overlap na yung mga antibiotics ko. Remember, I was working full-time. Sabi niya, ano bang ginagawa mo? Ano bang stress level mo? So ano nga ba yon? Eto, may anak ako. Nagpapalaki ko ng anak, iniiwan ako sa mami ko. Pagdating ng hapon, after ko mag-work, magsusulat muna ako ng thesis, tapos babalikan ko si Migo sa mami ko ng gabi, tapos iuwi namin siya sa bahay namin, tapos papasok na naman kami kinabukasan, ganun yung nangyayari. So sabi niya, ay nako, ang taas talaga ng stress level mo. And I have work then. And it's not a very simple year for me. The work is very demanding. So two things. Meron akong hindi matanggal na sinusitis. So that alone, it's already speaking na, hey, something is not right. When I got pregnant to my daughter, Maiya, I had severe vomiting issue. I have severe nausea. It's called It's called hyperemesis gravidarium. In short, suka ko ng suka the whole about 6 to 7 months of pregnancy. So ito, hindi ko rin pinapansin yan. Ganyan talaga. O kaya naman mayat-maya rin ako nagko-contraction, madalas ako mag-bed rest. Lo and behold, these are already signs that my body is telling me something. And it yung pinakamalala, nung pagkapanganak ko kay nung nanganak, yes, natapos ko yung MA ko. Natapos ko yung MA ko amidst my severe sinusitis. At natapos ko rin yung MA ko after I had a miscarriage, after my son Migo. That's another story. But then, ito na yung pinakamalala. I had a breast cyst. Na napansin ko yon before I got pregnant with Maiya. And then after I got, nung natapos akong mag-breastfeed sa kanya for more than almost 3 years. So, nung magpo 4 years old siya, napansin ko yung cyst na dapat na lumiliit na yung breast ko kasi tapos na kaming mag-breastfeed. Hindi siya nag-decrease ng size. So, sabi ko, there's something wrong, and I listen to the pain, and I always try to do self-check. Friends, for those of you who are watching, who are ladies like me, huwag kayong mahiyang mag-self-check, mag-breast check. It's very, very critical, and it will save your life. Why did I say this? So, nung chine-check ko na yon, I said, hey, this is really something. So, lo and behold, it was operated, and thank God it was benign. Tinanggal yung cyst, not the breast, thank God. But while I was, waiting for that 5 days of waiting for the biopsy, I was crying. I was just crying. Why? I felt, what if I had cancer? Well, my dad had cancer. My lola had breast cyst before. So, chances are, what are the chances that I have that possibility? Posibleng malaki. But lo and behold, it was just a call for me. That was the time, 2013, to start listening to my body. And that was also the time that I started exercising. Sabi ko sa inyo kanina, I was not fit ever. But during the time, 2013, nagpapalaki ako ng 2 anak. Lagi na akong napapagod at 4 p.m. in the afternoon. So sabi ko, I need to do something for my body. And that's when I started getting to know yoga. And sabi ko nga, kung merong love at first sight, sa akin love at first math. Kahit na hirap ako dun sa class that I took at Urban Ashram, I remember that in their studio in BGC, that was the first, wala pang traffic noon. So, iyan yung una kong tinake. Kahit na hirap ako, I know that is for me because it's a way for me to listen to my body, to get to know my body na never kong na-appreciate the way I appreciate it now. At it's a time for me also to breathe, to learn about myself more. And sabi nga nung aking isang favorite international yoga instructor, Jason Crandell, yoga is a good way for us to be curious about ourselves. And that is very true. And friends, let me just tell you, since 2013 until now, I still am a yoga practitioner. But you see, what do I mean by that sinusitis? What do I mean? What happens to me when I had that breast shift? That I have to listen to me. In the process, there is such thing called the internal knot. The internal knot is coined by Thich Nhat Hanh. Thich Nhat Hanh is the mindfulness guru. In the process of life, we need to listen to our bodies. They tell us something. That internal knot, it's telling us something. That internal knot for me might be in my nose or maybe in my throat because I am prone. And if you would notice also, we have what we call an organ of weakness. Meaning, pag tayo na stress, yun yung unang indicator that we are not well. So for me, the organ of indicator is either my nose or it's really here in my shoulders. Pag yan na yung mga sumasakit or meron ng nararamdaman, it means that I am really stressed. So when you get to know your body, you get to know that weak organ or weak part of your body that easily absorbs the stress. And the solution there is not to go, but the solution there is pause for a while and take care of yourself. So Thich Nhat Hanh said that if we listen to our body signals, the pain, discomfort, etc., we can eliminate and prevent a worsening or physical or emotional problem. pag tiningnan natin and we try to eliminate, we'll try to listen and check that internal knot. You know, when you feel that you have that, but what is this internal knot? When we experience a hurtful interaction in the head, in the jaw, in the neck, shoulder, chest, stomach, intestine. Yung sinasabi ko sa inyo na sa nose, that the clog there in the nose, or the runny nose, or the achy throat, or this one, the pain in the shoulder, that's already a hurtful interaction. Meaning the emotions and the body are not very much aligned. So there's a call for us to the internal knot or the body knot. The knot here is K-N-O-T. Buhol. Yung buhol na yon, yun yung buhol na minsan, di ba po, yung nagbuhol-buhol yung isang gamit. Sorry, I cannot find a cord. But if you see, yung pag nagbuhol yung cord, for example here, pag ito nagbuhol, mahirap gamitin. Kasi it will not 100% function. This is earphones. It will not 100% function the way we want to if it has a knot. At pag nagmamadali tayo na gamitin at meron siyang buhol, the more na in Tagalog, lalong nagkakapalpak-palpak. Tama po ba? Diba? Lalong, and if you experience that, kailan yung isang time na hindi mo pinakinggan yung signal ng body mo at hindi mo pinansin kung anong sinasabi sa inyo, diba lalo tayong nagkakasakit? And minsan, the internal knot is actually caused about by emotional turmoil, by our inability to take charge of ourselves, inability to admit a fault, inability to confront an issue, inability to express our angst, express our real and authentic feelings toward an issue, towards a person. Well, hindi naman natin kailangan mag-away, pero we're denying also that we are uncomfortable about a situation. We are denying, for example, now, there's pandemic. We are in the middle of changes, but we are denying that there's changes. We are denying that we need to adjust our lifestyle. Sinasabi natin na, hindi, okay pa yan, marami pang dapat mangyari, okay pa yung finances namin, but we know such denial will actually cause us not, because as I told you earlier, our bodies will not change. So, Belle, you were saying na if you stay long in front of the computer, it's giving you headache. Yes, ako rin. So, that alone, it's a signal. That knot in the head, it's in the eyes, it's a signal. So, what do? You take breaks in between. So, this knot, when we try to address this knot, when you try, hi Shine, hi Ne, it's nice to see you again here, Ne. When you try to address this knot, and you pay attention to it, there's two things lang naman na gagawin. If this na ito, I saw this. This is for gifts. I have always, this mga jute strings. If you pay attention to this kind of knot that our bodies have, it will lead us to understand what caused it, what triggered it, and then we'll know how to loosen it. When we try to take note, hindi mo ka naman tayo nag-iinarte. Pansinin natin, and because we only have one body, and we only have ourselves to help, nobody will notice it. Hindi yan mararamdaman ng iba. Hindi tayo lang yung makakapag-alaga sa sarili natin. Hindi ko naman sinasabing mag-inarte ka all the time, because that's not true. So here, if we feel that our body has not, either first thing, we pay attention to it. So we'll understand and be curious about it to see where is the knot coming from, san ba yung buhol, san ba yung sakit, at ano kaya yung possible trigger, kailan nagsimula, at anong severity. So either we pay attention, because when we pay attention, we'll try to know how we can resolve it or what we can do about it. We can put solutions. The other thing is we ignore the knot. It will grow longer if we ignore it. And the harder it will be for us to untie it. If we ignore the knot, pag hindi natin pinansin, lalong lalaki. The longer we ignore it, the harder for us to untie it. Why? If I did not listen to that breast cyst, it could have been cancer, right? It could have been worse if I did not listen to that cyst. Because, even people my age, we are very prone to that. And also, remember that sinusitis? Why did I learn about that? It's really a mind-body connection, and my body's sending me very, very strong stress signals. You see, after I had that severe year of sinusitis, until I get pregnant with my daughter, I took a leave from my full-time work for 1 year. So in short, I did not go back to Dr. Sarenas. And then one time, I saw her at the mall. Sabi niya, "Oh, what happened to you? What did you do? Bakit hindi ka na bumalik?" Tapos natawa ako. Sabi ko, "Doc, I took a leave from work for 1 year." Sabi niya, "Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense." See? So, anong stress ko? Ang stress ko lang kung anong lalaroin namin ng anak ko that year. If you have enough budget for this, that's just my stress last year. It was such a difficult year because I need to take care of my 2 kids, one in preschool and one an infant. And also, we are just leaning on my husband's income. But I'm telling you, that taught me a lot about life. That taught me a lot about well-being. That taught me a lot to be proactive with my health, to listen more to my body. Because I only have one body to give my family and my loved ones. So whatever you're going through now, either you pay attention to the knot or ignore the knot. And actually, practicing mindfulness or body awareness can help us in calming the body and helps decrease the experience of our stress. Alam nyo, this is my challenge to you. Pag may naramdaman kayo, huwag kayong iinom ura-urada ng gamot. Tingnan nyo muna saan galing. Check what the body is telling you because chances are it has something to do with all those things in your head, all the clutters in your head, maybe that overthinking, maybe that anxiety, and a lot of emotions in your heart that is already trapped. And mind you, it's being downloaded to your body. So ako nga, tinatanong ko right now, why do I have this severe sinusitis? Because of, yes, it's a virus, pero bakit bumaba yung immune ko? Maybe because last week I've been sleeping late. Nadala na ako sa habit ng family ko na matulog ng alas 12 na hindi sanay yung katawan ko. And also, I'm thinking of a lot of things. I'm thinking of a program that I'm doing. I'm thinking of ways to do this and that. So there. And I'm admittedly, it's not healthy for me. So I need to extra take care of my body. So here, what works? Check what the body is telling you. I'll just give you 4 steps. 4 steps, friends. 4A again. A, awareness. This is mindfulness. As I've been telling you, pay attention. Awareness, it's paying attention. And awareness, also checking your trigger and checking the pain and checking that, where is it coming from? Then, number 2, active movement or routine. You were saying, Hazel, I hope I can make time for yoga. Friends, make time for yoga, make time for exercise, make time for walking. Kahit wala kayong kalye, do you know that there are apps for walking at home? Ako, it's really yoga who works for me because I like the breathing techniques that they teach, and I also like how I get to know my body and develop a better self-image because of that. And if you would ask me again, where do I take my yoga? I take it at Urban Ashram online. And I also subscribe to Yoga Glow or glo.com. It's a US-based site. And how did it help me? So much. And nung hindi tayo naka-pandemic, nung regular yung buhay, mga thrice a week lang ako nag-yoga. This, while on lockdown, doing it daily, minimum of 5 times a week. Thankful for myself. And every time that I will take it, what I say, thank you, Lord, that I have the ability to move. And I pray that this is something that I can continue doing even where I'm old, because I'd rather take yoga, I'd rather do all my natural practices than be dependent on medication. That's really my goal in life. That's really my goal. To live longer and to live healthier, to live whole, not dependent on, I'd rather take supplements to feel me, but not medicine to to cure a disease. Okay? So here, so you have to actively be in movement. Remember, our movements are very limited while we are in a lockdown situation. We are on the 100th day of lockdown. Kung hindi ka pa nag-exercise, ibig sabihin, baka mag-stored up lahat ng energy, stored up lahat ng sugar, cholesterol, and everything. And check your body if it's still functioning well. We're not talking about BP, we're not talking about blood sugar test here. We're just talking about your well-being, your total movement, your total well-being. Do it. Do it for yourself, not for anybody. And take exercise. Minsan may nagsasabi sa akin, di ba yung yoga stretch lang yun? Try it. Try to do level 2 or level 3. Advanced yoga. I don't do it kasi hindi ko pa rin kaya. It's not for stretch. I'm telling you. It can work wonders for your body. So I don't know what works for you. It may be Zumba, it may be running early in the morning, but do what works for you. Don't compare your body to someone else's body. Iba-iba tayo ng katawan. That's one thing that I appreciate, Loga. Walang pakialamanan. Etong sa akin, bahala ka sa katawan mo dahil hindi na comparable yung katawan natin. And doing that leads me to number 3. So awareness of the body, so you can listen to your body more. Be active, get into an active movement. So an active routine will help you be well, be better, and get to know your body better. And 3, be attuned with yourself. Know when to rest. Know when to rest. So this afternoon, I'm resting. Sana I can even rest my head. I have a lot of things to do, but I hope I can rest. Letting your body point you to a need, a stress, a tight emotions, a sickness. Be attuned with yourself. Be aligned with yourself. Pag meron tayong nararamdaman, huwag tayong maawa sa sarili natin. Pag meron tayong nararamdaman, alagaan natin yung sarili natin so that we can feel better. And wag tayong magsabi na walang nag-aalaga sa akin, nakakaawa. Yesterday, I was still not feeling well. I did one FB Live and another one, I did a recording. I think I was really, my nose is dripping. After dinner, what I did, I soaked my feet in hot water inside the CR with salt and some essential oils. And then I just did foot soak and then I scrubbed my foot. So, hindi walang foot spa, I did that. And then, the other thing that works for me, I use magnesium oil or magnesium spray for my body. So, while my feet is on foot soak, I put magnesium oil in my body that works for my well-being. And then, I need also, nag-facial scrub ako. And then, I left it there, nag-facial mask. So, what do I mean by that? Did I get better? Hindi naman nawala yung sipon ko, but I felt better I felt better with myself. Hindi ko nasasabi na hindi kasi ako makapagpamasahe, hindi kasi ako makapag-exercise, hindi kasi ako makalabas, but I need to do something. You have to be attuned with yourself. And then, nakita ko, ano din yung kailangan kong gawin. Kailangan kong alagaan yung sarili ko. Because that will lead us to you have to be attuned with yourself. Get to know that emotion that be causing it, that to know saan galing yung inis, saan galing yung sipon, baka na-trigger dahil sa weather at dahil sa inis na nangyayari, or dahil sa stress na hindi mo inaamin na nakaka-stress talaga sa'yo. So we have to be attuned with ourselves. And more importantly, number 4, that will lead us to authentic self-care. Lagi natin binabanggit yan, pag-usapan natin in the next few sessions again of coffee break. But authentic self-care, tingnan nyo, hindi na naman tayo dependent ngayon sa nagmamasahe. Kaya ko palang mabuhay ng walang whole body massage ng 100 days. Pero honestly, yung husband ko, once in a while, he massages my back or my legs. But pwede pala, kasi inalagaan ko na yung sarili ko eh. Kung gawin niya yon, it's a bonus. But then, in reality, it's my responsibility. The mind-body connection may be very hard to understand if we are always in that mode of the conventional way of thinking that there's medicine and I'm sick kasi genes namin to. I'm sick kasi because of the weather. I'm sick kasi ganito. But we have to think about the mind-body connection, the way our body reacts to stress, the way our heart manages the emotions, the way our head thinks or unthink about what is there, the way to respond to stress and in life, it's actually absorbed by the body. So if we add up pa a lot of sugar, a lot of unholy food, a lot of processed food in our system, a lot of flour, a lot of synthetic. If we add up all those in the system, eto na yung sistema mo, hindi na okay. Wala pa tayong exercise. Tapos kinakain pa natin not whole food, and we are not actually listening to the signals of the body. Well, I don't know with you, but I don't want to be old and to be dependent on medicines. Because for me to live well is to live real, to be authentic in how I take care of my body. I just don't eat gulay because it is uso. I eat gulay because that's the meal in itself. The meat will be an add-on. So, there, we've been practicing this kind of eating. You ask me, yes, I drink coffee because I take brewed coffee with a little cocoa sugar and soya milk. I choose where my energy goes. I choose what my body is telling me. And right now, this coffee break session is for us to be well. This is an invitation. I am running on colds, but I'm running happy. I'm running on colds, but I would like you to learn that your body is listening. Your body is listening to your mind and to your heart. So your body, as it listens, it absorbs. So in return, you have to listen to your body. We only have one body. Our bodies, says in the Bible, are temples of the Spirit. If our body function well, the heart and the spirit and the mind can align. Whole being, well-being is actually not just fitness. Well-being is actually an invitation to be whole. When you progress to your well-being, then you can be whole. Hindi lang para may masabi, hindi lang para sasabihin nila para pawisan, hindi lang dahil usong mag-diet. I'm not talking about diet. I'm not talking about total well-being. And it all depends on us, and it's all depend if how we deal with the mind-body connection and how we respond. Life will always give us stress. Yesterday, Maricar in her positivity challenge said this: the outside world may fail me, but in the inside, I'm going to make a change. And I would like you to realize that too. We have been 100 days here. We don't know what's happening outside. The outside world may be failing us, but inside, I'm going to make a change. And it starts with how we think about things, how we deal with things, and how we change ourselves to make the most out of what we have right now. We only have one body. We only have one life to live. And so I pray we can all be well. We can all be better. Thank you for joining me this coffee break session. This is Dr. Michele Alignay. Love your body. Love yourself, because that's the way to love the Lord who gave us our bodies to be used for His purpose. Thank you, and God bless you.